Well, me and Rigby are going mining, aren't we, buddy? That's right. We just wanted to wait till it warmed up a little bit. Let's take a little look. Minus 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. Hello and welcome back to the Flourgoldwizards channel. I'm Jason. That's Rigby. We're part-time gold prospectors based in Wisconsin. If you think all the gold's out in California, Arizona, and warm places like that, well, you'd be mistaken. As you can see, it's winter here. All you gotta do is bust through a little bit of ice and know where to go, and you can find gold too. We're gonna set up my big sluice today and see if we can't put something in the pan. Don't go away and hit that subscribe button. Back in a bit. Video update number 1. Well, in preparation for winter, I went ahead and I dug a couple of deeper holes in this particular creek right here. All right, now I knew that the water was shallow enough right here that I would keep water open, that I could set up a sluice or, you know, at least have access to liquid water. Now it is mighty cold out here, and I think we'll still be able to work these areas. There's one hole right here that's a couple of feet deep, but I was getting really good gold right up there along that bank and then down into here just a little bit. So I might have to break a little bit more of this ice out of here. As you can see, like such, it's not too thick. It might be a little thicker up towards shore there, but that's nothing. So I think what we'll do is spend just a little bit more time busting ice here, and I'll have access to the area I want to work. Now I did work left and right in here and up in there a little bit, and I think the best gold that I found so far was right in this here area. And we will do a couple of test pans. I just want to try to get everything prepared and as much ice as I can broke before I set my sluice up right there or somewhere in here. Because as I'm busting ice up, you can see that they're floating down to where I want to mine, or where I want to run my sluice. Like this big one right here, that would rock. That would ruin my sluicings. So we're gonna get prepared before we get set up, and it is just absolutely beautiful out here. I've got a nice fire going. Rigby got his winter jacket on. I've got another jacket up there for him to lay on. So he's having fun. I'm having fun. Let's get some gold. Back in a bit. Oh, some of this water is quite deep in here. There's a big ice dam right there. And there's a number of them down the creek that's making each separate body of water in this particular creek a little bit deeper than it normally is. Now I'm not going to go down and bust all these ice dams up. So I'll just run just a little bit more water than I typically would. Now there's a ton of water going through this sluice right now. It's over the top of the sluice on this back end right here, and it's maybe half or so on the front edge. But I think the lack of pitch I have will make up for the amount of water I got going through here, which will still roil my material around and hopefully keep the heavies on there. And it's important to note that in absolute freezing cold weather like this, that you want to try to keep as much of your equipment under the water as possible. So I think what we're going to do is less cleanups today. I'll just shovel onto that screen as much as I can handle, because it's still below zero, I think. And hopefully we don't blow out too much gold doing it that way. I might have to shovel on there just a little bit slower to let everything clear out, so I'm not getting clogged up. But we're gonna get to work, because I'm already building up an appetite. We didn't even get a shovel on there yet. I gotta perk up the fire because we brought some snacks. Rigby's getting hungry. Let's get shoveling. Back in a bit. Video update. Well, it's just like I thought it was. I'm not getting as much roiling around as I would with just a little bit more pitch. I may mess around with this thing, but it does seem to be roiling a little bit. I mean, the water is crystal clear. You can see right down in there. And I had just started shoveling on there, and I'll show you that material right here. Here's some of that material. It's quite sandy. I haven't gotten down to any clay yet, and I did move a little bit. Rather than working up there, I was just busting off too much ice, and it was flowing down here and smashing onto my sluice. So I figured, why not come over here? Because this looks like a pretty decent area too. There's gravels built right into the bank. So I'm just going to go ahead and start shoveling down until I hit clay right here next to the sluice. I'll get more material moved that way anyway. Rigby's still up there. He's on squatch and squirrel patrol. So let's do that. I'm going to throw a couple more shovels on here. And just to see what more material we'll do with this pitch and water flow. And as you can see, it kind of blocks the water there just a little bit. And there we go. Now with a little bit more pitch, all those rocks will just wash right on off of there. So I may have to do a little bit of adjusting. But I can still just take my shovel and push them right on off of there. We'll see. Back in a bit. Video update. Well, I took my screen off of there. I just wasn't getting what I wanted to get done. The rocks weren't rolling off of it. So I started shoveling on here, and I'll tell you why. I watch a guy called JP Lawns and More. He's a prospector down in one of them Carolinas down there. And he's got this exact same mat. This is Devon Gold VDR mat from Infinity Prospecting. And he just shovels right on that darn thing. And he gets gold too. I don't know if he's getting the same kind of flower gold we're getting around here. But I thought I'd give it a shot, and I did. Now I quickly realized, and I did get down to the clay by the way. I quickly realized that if you don't have rocks on their fist size or bigger, this material rolls right on off of this mat, just like that. And I don't think that that doing that is going to mess with my riffles at all, one little bit. See how that just rolls right on off of there? I will show you what it does if they don't roll right off of there. All right, I'll put this rock right there and watch what happens to this material. Instantly gone. See that? So if you got rocks hanging out on there, you aren't going to have any material on your mat. See that? So I think what I'll do is I'll just keep grabbing nice big shovelfuls like that, pull all the bigger rocks off quickly, shovel right on that baby and see what happens. That might save me a whole step. Back in a bit. It's a video update. We're in the good clay now. Look at this nice sticky clay on these bigger rocks. It looks like it's full of galena or something, that what I call fool's gold around here. All them little gold specks on there. That tends to stick in that clay around here, same as the gold. Oh yeah, that's just full of that stuff. Look at that. Boy, I wish that was gold. So we've been throwing this stuff on there. Pretty decent, and I'll just take this here rather than throw that right on my sluice. And I'll just wash it off up on top up here like that. That ain't nothing. Yeah, look at all that stuff. Look at all that just sparkles gold. That is cool. All right, that's pretty handsome rock. Yeah. Boy, that might be. Could it be? It's the Chris Lilly Rock of the Week. Look at those little quartz nodules sticking off of this thing here. Well, it looks like it's got quartz cancer all over both sides of that thing. Look at that. I might have to take that one home, mail it to my buddy Chris Lilly. Or not. Back in a bit. Ooh, it's snack time. Nothing says snack time like some hot beef sticks. Right, buddy? He's ready for a hot beef stick. He keeps telling me to hurry up. Ooh, it looks like they're cooking up nice, too. Oh, yeah. Another minute, buddy. Another minute. Ooh, it's time. Looks like they're done. Starting to split open just a little bit. Look at that. I wonder if Rigby might want one. Ooh, that's warm. Let's see. Yep. He deserves that. He's out here busting hump too. Look at this nice winter jacket he's got on there. That's a thick one. Yep, I'm gonna have one too. Here's two guys. Back on a bit. All right, now we're running pretty darn hard here. I got that sluice filled up. I'm just gonna let it clear out just a little bit. And I wanna do a sample pan out of this hole. Now, as you can see, there's a really good clay content in this stuff. So I'll go ahead and I'll shimmy all this stuff down, try to get that clay out of there so I can see what I'm doing. Pull some of these bigger rocks on and up and out of there. And it actually didn't take that long to get down to the clay here. It's only down about 1.5 feet, but it's just what the doctor ordered in this location. That's for sure. I always have the best luck down towards the clay. And a buddy of mine, Ryan Hendricks, he was down here working in this exact spot, and he pulled a picker out of here. So we very well could today. And we usually do pretty darn good with the Flourgold, which is what we're after. Because that's what the majority of the material around here is Flourgold. Let me get some of them bigger ones out of there. That doesn't take long at all. There's a high sand content in this stuff, and most of it's going to be granitic or granite to the lay person. So it's pretty easily pannable. And there is some black sand in there, not a ton of black sand, but I am seeing a good amount. Let me see if I can pull some of that back. Yeah, there's a good amount of black sand in there. Now I have my black pan right here. We'll go ahead and I'll dump all that stuff right in there, like that. That might be my only shot at this, because that pan's going to be froze solid in about 5 seconds. So I'll pan this out a little bit. See if we can find a couple pieces of gold in there. Get that out of there. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I do see a piece already. Absolutely. More than one, too. Let me, oh, there might be 3 or 4 or 5 in there. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit, and we'll take a little peek. Back in a bit. All right, we got it all cleaned up. Well, for the most part, and it's icing up fast. There's a couple of pieces right there. There's another one right there. Come on, you get focused. I tell you. I don't know if it's picking up on this ice or what's going on here. But there are 4 or 5 little pieces in there. I'll go ahead and I'll take them and I'll dump right on my sluice, like that. There we go. Look at that pan. It's already solid ice. No matter. I'll run them over by the fire and warm them up if we want to do any more panning. But for now, we're going to keep shoveling. I don't even think I'm going to do any cleanups. I'm just going to do the one at the end. And because I get that thing out of the water, it's going to freeze solid. Rigby's already napping over there. Staying warm. So we're going to keep at it here. Back in a bit. Video update 18,062 for. All right, we've got a pretty good size hole dug there. That's dang near 3 feet deep right there. And I am hanging on to a decent amount of material, but I still think we're running a little bit too hot. So I'm gonna go back on my word. I'm gonna warm up my pans on the fire. And we're gonna do a cleanup. They're froze solid. I'll grab my pail. We'll throw all that in a bucket. We'll see what we got so far. Back in a bit. There. Well, fell in my hole. Well, I've got to get that back in the water ASAP, or it's going to be real solid. There. All right, let's see what we got. Right after we warm up our frozen pan. I tell you, having a fire is extremely nice. This is the coldest I've had this year yet. And it does make things a little bit more difficult, but it's still nice to get out, that's for sure. Rigby over there, he's having a nice time on my nice warm jacket. I don't think he's been shivering too much yet, but we won't be out here too much longer. Back in a bit. And it instantly froze to the bottom of my pail. So let's hold that over the fire a little while here. See if we can get that stuff out of there. I tell you. Oh, I just can't win. Alright, we got heaps of black sand here. I've been trying to pan it over here by the fire, because it just keeps freezing. That pan there I already had thawed out once, and it's froze up already. So I think we're holding on to exactly the right material. There's lots of really fine powdery looking black sand in there. And that's typically where the gold's running in this particular location. So I'm going to thaw that pan out there, get this down a little bit further. And I think we're going to have some gold. Back in a bit. And here's the gold. There is some gold in there. There might be 20 or 30 pieces or so, and they're extremely small. I think we're running a little bit hot to get all the material that I wanted to get. As you can see, that water is really humming through there, and I wasn't able to classify today just because of how cold it is out here. My classifier is made out of metal, and you dip that thing in and out of the water a few times in this kind of weather, and you're just gonna have a big block of ice. You'll have to smash it off or put it in the fire every 3 darn minutes. But I just wanted to come out and have a good time. It's not always about getting the most gold. It's getting the most out of finding the gold that you can. And today was a day that I won't forget for a while, because we really had fun. Came out and had a nice fire, found some gold, had a couple of hot sticks. So we're gonna pack up our gear, I think, and we're gonna take a walk up the creek here on the way to the truck. See if we can find something cool to look at. Maybe even find another spot. Back in a bit. P.S. Metal sticks to your skin when it's really cold. I tell you, look at that. My tongue. That's pretty cool. That's right. What do you think, Rig? Yeah, he thinks it's cool too. Ooh, I think we found our culprit. Right here's a big old ice dam. That's right. This baby drops down about 2 feet right here. I'm standing right in the middle of the creek here. Look at how backed up everything is. There must be another one down that way. But this baby is absolutely backed up high. Look at that. Wonder if I can smash some of that out of there. Let's see, I got my shovel. Yeah. Well, maybe not. That's pretty hard, whatever that is. That might be another chunk of log or something. But that baby's going to be locked up for a long time. So let's get the heck out of here. Back in a bit. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Flour Gold Wizards. We went out and gave it a good shot. It's a little chilly, but that's no matter. We lit a nice fire and had a nice little hot snack, and we found a little bit of gold. And every once in a while, it's not about the gold. It's about getting out there and doing it. And I won't forget today for a long time. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build my channel. Flour Gold Wizards out.